Welcome to Astrodology, the podcast that brings you knowledge, wisdom, and principles that can help you find the peace and comfort we all seek and deserve in our lives. Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of Astrodology with Astrid. I hope you're doing well and I hope you're anticipating this amazing closeout to the month of April. We are now in Taurus season as I record this episode, but whenever you hear it, it is meant for you to hear it. Taurus grounding energy feels good as we look forward to welcoming in next week this full moon in Scorpio. So today we're talking about your body, our bodies, and making peace. How do we make peace with our bodies and how do we make it healthy? Well, as the saying goes, movement is medicine. So you have to figure out what movement aligns with your personality. Some people love to hike, some people love to walk, exercise at the gym, run, etc. But when I talk about making peace with the body is accepting your body the way it is, that what you were gifted to have. Some of us have longer legs, shorter legs. Some of us are taller. Some of us are big bones. Some of us are light and sinewy and slim. But in order to shift the body, if we don't like it, there are things we have to do. There's no way around it. So yoga, it's no secret that I am a yoga zealot. I've seen it transform my life and I've seen it transform the life of others. What I love about yoga practices, it really is for everybody's body. I think what happens is people go to 1 or 2 yoga classes, the time doesn't match, the teacher doesn't match their energy, and then they say, yoga's not for me. I don't understand why yoga's not for them. Yoga is a science that's been around for 5,000 years plus. And the reason that yoga works is because it's doing the trifecta. It's connecting with your body, your mind, and your breath. So it's undebated that we can shift our energy with neuroscience and all of the information coming forward. It's a very powerful time to be alive. So to start off the topic, I want to do an excerpt from Godfrey Devereux, A Master Speaks. Yoga has lasted thousands of years because it works. Hatha yoga works through the body. It involves moving the body into different and novel positions and relationships. These changes in the use of the body bring about changes in the mind. Rather than trying to affect the mind directly, which is far more difficult, yoga allows us to work from the tangible, familiar arena of the physical body. In using the body to transform the mind, the body is also transformed. It is recalibrated, revitalized, harmonized, brought to a functional peak, both anatomically and physiologically, unreachable by any amount of diligent cross-training. It is these physical benefits that make it so popular. Looking for a lithe, slim body, we also find a calm, clear mind. Hoping for strength and stamina, we also find increased determination and concentration. Wanting to be free of back pain, we find freedom from compulsive anxiety. Seeking relief from asthma, we find also unlimited reserves of physical and mental energy. Trying to release tight shoulders and a stiff neck, we also find new fundamental ways of enthusiasm and joy. So again, yoga has been around for thousands of years and it works through the body. They're all different types of classes and paces. But again, as Master Godfrey Devereux says, it's about being in the body that brings about the transformation in the mind. Again, neuroscience is pointing to that these two work together. And if we want to have calm and peace and equanimity, we have to really do battle with the brain and the mind. So our bodies are the vessels that we use in our practice. In yoga, asana basically means physical movement. And Hatha yoga is a branch of yoga. Hatha means that you're going to be on a yoga mat. So when I ask people what style of yoga do you practice, they say Hatha. Well, Hatha is the broad term for the category. Hatha literally just means movement. So our bodies house precious cargo. And we must understand the importance of our bodies. Our bodies is a temple. We only get one. Our lives depend on us taking good care of our physical plane. I can only think of a couple people who are at peace with their physical being. Most people, even the people that are fit, lean, slender, beautiful, they always complain about something in their body. So the majority of us are locked in a painful distortion of our body images. I've said this in the past. I have the opposite of dysmorphia. When I look in the mirror, I look or feel that I'm slimmer than I actually am. I have the opposite issue. So anyway, you cannot nourish yourself if you hate the body you live in. And nourishment, like most things in life, begins with the thoughts that you have. But the body is an amazing machine. This body is a machine. Yes, it's a human machine, but it is a machine. And like any machine, it needs to be looked after with regular maintenance to keep it working properly. So metabolism. Metabolism is a big processor in the body. Food is processed by the body's metabolic system. The internal organs extract nutrients from the foods we ingest, and the rest is simply waste. Liver. Our liver is a huge piece of our vitality and our health. The liver's main role is to transport unwanted toxic substances that enter the body and to turn them into substances that the body can use or rid. Kidneys. The kidneys act like filters to eliminate toxins from the blood and urine. Lymphatic system. The lymph system acts as a waste disposal. It is a network of vessels extending all around the body. The lymph system absorbs dead cells, excess fluids, and other waste products derived from our food. And our skin. The skin is an important indicator to our overall state of health. The skin gives us that external lens as to what's happening internally. The skin is an organ and the largest of the body. It excretes large amounts of waste such as urea, salts, uric acid, ammonia, and water. If you bring your attention to these systems, these 5 systems, metabolism, liver, kidneys, lymphatic system, and your skin, you will be on the way to an amazing healthy body. Our long-term health is affected when our bodies and internal organs do not work efficiently. So our long-term health is affected when our bodies and internal organs do not work efficiently. Lynn Grabhorn said, "What you think about is how you feel. How you feel is how you vibrate. And how you vibrate is what you attract." So the idea is to get to a point where you approve of yourself no matter what. Principle number 1, negative self-judgment kills the body. Negative self-judgment kills the body. It's like a poison. So if, for example, you think your nose is too big, you said, I've always hated my thighs are heavier. I've always not liked my bottom. Feel like I wish I had a bigger butt. Anytime we have these thoughts, it's literally like taking micro doses of poison. So the idea is you must learn to approve of yourself and realize that negative judgment about yourself causes illness. So every time or any time we judge anything about ourselves, our body goes on instant alert, having just been told that something is wrong with it. The moment that alarm is sounded, the ever faithful body goes instantly into its DNA, genetic, and cellular, meaning that the yous that have ever existed data bank. So this is how complex we are as humans. It's amazing. So the minute you have that thought, your body goes, it connects with the DNA, genetic, and cellular meaning of yous that have ever existed. It's a data bank back countless generations to find anything that it can find a match from the past to whatever has just been told is wrong with it now. Then it brings that wrong forward for healing. Here you are, the master. I just found something you can now call cancer from thousands of lifetimes ago. Since you felt the same about that as you do about what is wrong now, I see those feelings match. So then the body says, so I'm bringing it up for you to heal. So healing and disease can be an indicator of something that we need to take care of. So the idea is once we have the potential for a disease in the body because you made a negative judgment about your weight while you were loving your body, thinking that it's doing you a favor. See, the body does do us a favor. The natural state of the body is health. So the minute anything, an allergen hits our body, a virus hits our body, a disease starts to attack our bodies, the body goes into reparation mode. It goes onto attack mode. Like it says, it sends an alarm bell through the system. So every time you negatively judge anything about yourself, from your attitude to physical appearance, the body will rush in to help by providing a matching vibration from your genetic past for you to now heal. Every time you tell your body it's wrong, you create the potential for illness. As we have learned, thoughts are things, and our thoughts are powerful. So the next time you say to yourself, I just thought, really retract that, because our thoughts do shape everything in our lives. So these days, just about everyone knows that our physical health is connected to our mental health. This is not anything new. It's nothing that we haven't heard before. So it's like, why do we walk around acting like we don't know this? The scientific and medical community knows all too well that there's a link between the body and the mind. They're just not sure what it is just yet, but the evidence is overwhelming nowadays. Won't they be surprised to find that it's nothing but our own energy? An illness in any form is nothing but our negative energy choking, as if choking the flow out of ourselves, meaning those higher frequencies that our cells require to survive. Cellular damage starts to come in just with our thoughts. The body, after all, is not separate from the universe. So when we feel a thought, the vibrations that run through the body as well as everything else, if those vibrations are in harmony with our body's intrinsic programming for well-being, meaning open valves, feeling good stuff, and the cells will then thrive. But if it's negative energy and we're projecting onto the cells, they just can't remain strong enough to do their job. And after a while, they give up. They let go. They have no choice but to surrender, because all they've had to feed on is the physical foods we've ingested, and that's simply not enough to keep them going. It's about our energy and raising our vibrational frequency and bringing it to a match of that innate health and wellness that our body is always trying to achieve. It is said that illness exists for only one reason. Someone has flowed more low frequency energy than high frequency energy. Sick people, it is said, that are misinformed like all of us. They can be devoutly religious, honest, upstanding citizens, dear and trusted friends, but if they are not allowing the flow of their own greater energy into their lives, they're really not allowing themselves to be alive. They're not allowing life. All illness, without exception, is the disallowance of the higher energy and the ultimate manifestations of one's endless negativity. So negativity not only just comes from our thoughts and thinking, negative energy or low frequency energy comes from our environment. It can come from smog, and stress is the biggest contributor to disease. It is the root cause of all disease is stress. If you are ill and you stay with your doctor until some vibrational changes are strongly in place. So doctors are our partners. We have the power to heal ourselves. We are our own healers. We do our own self-healings. The nurses, the doctors, the surgeons, the therapists, the teachers, they're all in concert for our health, but we do it. We do the healing. We absolutely bring it to ourselves. So I hope this message empowers you to remember that we're not helpless. We are not. We are powerful. We're one of the greatest computers ever created. And with this new technology about, the neuroscience that's coming through, epigenetics, how our environment is so key. Another thing about illness and health is that your environment needs to be clean. You need to have a peaceful environment in order to foster well-being in your body. See, we're very, very hypersensitive individuals. We kind of downtrod how spiritual and how sensitive we are. We don't have to be an empath to feel what is going on in life. We have the 5 senses for those. And then we have the psychic side of ourselves, the clairaudience, the clairvoyance, the clairsentience. The things that are really impacting our lives and our health are things that are intangible, like peace, joy, love, happiness. These are things we can't hold our hand onto, but we can feel them. So I urge you, make peace with your body, make it healthy. Start today. Just start with one habit. Maybe start drinking your share of water per day. Maybe start there. Maybe start consistently taking the supplements, your vitamin B, your vitamin C, to support your nutritional health. Maybe eliminate a product. Maybe eliminate or reduce sugar. Just make one simple step, and it will build over time. As I say, collectively over time, we start to stack the habits. Again, movement is medicine. Find your movement. Is it dancing? Roller skating is blowing up, which was a love and passion of mine. Is it hula hooping? Is it hiking? Is it working out on the treadmill, riding a bike? Movement is medicine, and it will bring you the peace that you're looking for. Because the idea is when we engage in movement, whether it's yoga, Pilates, pick your remedy. When we're engaging in physical activities, because we have to pay attention to that physical activity, in those moments, our mind gets a break. Our minds get refreshed. And that's when the healing starts, when we can bring more and more stillness to the mind, the body, and the spirit. Your body, you get one, you get one, you get one. It's your temple. Your body, make peace with it, make it healthy. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in to this episode of Astrodology with Astrid. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful spring season ahead. Just exactly where did April go? Wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Namaste. Thank you for listening to Astrodology. If you enjoyed this episode and would like to help support the podcast, please hit the subscribe button and tell your friends about it by sharing this program on social media. You can also follow me on Instagram at Coda Life Goddess or at CodaLife.com. Coda is C-O-T-A, Coda Life Goddess or CodaLife.com. Thank you again for listening to Astrodology, and I'll see you next time.